Hey everybody, it's Miss Jordan. Welcome to today's video on size of the problem. Today's video, we're gonna talk about a new packet that I sent your parents, and you can bring this up on email parents, or you can recreate your own information from what I'm gonna share with you over the next few days. So whatever is easiest for you. If you have a printer, these are gonna be great to print. If you don't, some of these things are really easy to recreate on your own paper at home. So of all the files that I sent you today, the one that we're going to look at is the SOP sorting activities file. And the first thing that we're going to look at is the size of the problem chart. It looks like this. So the reason I picked this size of the problem chart to send you guys to work on it at home is I really believe it truly encompasses everything about problems and what level we already know and some of the wording that you guys have used in class. It also gives you some examples of responses and reactions so that we're making sure we're matching our reaction to the size of the problem. So first, let's look at size of the problem. You guys are familiar with the wording tiny, small, medium, big, and huge. This paper also adds 1 through 5 to correlate with those. The next part of this paper is the reactions that it gives you that you can match to those sizes of the problem, as well as emotions on the bottom that you may feel during those. Now remember, this is just examples. You may feel different emotions and you may have different reactions, but ultimately our goal is to match our reactions to the size of the problem. So let's go through each problem and talk about some examples and talk about the reactions and the emotions that are tied to each one of these. Let's start with size 1, tiny problem. An example of a tiny problem is maybe your pen ran out of ink, or maybe your pencil broke. You might feel annoyed. One of the ways that you can fix a tiny problem is ignoring it or using your words and asking for a new pen or pencil. That is a tiny problem and a tiny reaction. All right, next we're going to talk about small size 2 problem. One of the examples of a small size 2 problem could be that your brother or sister is touching all your things. That might make you feel frustrated. If that happens, an example of a reaction that you could do is to take positive action. Maybe you could share and give them a turn with some of your items. Or maybe you can use your words and you could say, actually right now, I'd like you not to touch that, maybe later. Right in the middle is size of the problem number 3, medium. An example of this might be if you're at home and your work is not downloading from your computer, it's not responding to you, the computer's not doing exactly what you need, and you don't know how to fix it. You might need to tell an adult and wait for them to fix it. It might make you feel angry, but it's definitely something that we need to use our tools, ask for help, and wait for the problem to be solved. Big problem, size number 4. An example of this could be you're playing outside right now while we're home, and somebody like a stranger comes up and starts trying to talk to you through the fence. This is something that you want to tell an adult quickly. You might feel sad or scared, but don't worry, tell an adult right away and they'll help you solve this problem. And lastly, size of the problem number 5, huge. An example of this is when we were getting ready to leave school on the last day. It was going to be a huge disruption and problem to know that we're not coming back for possibly a really long time. It was important that everybody followed the directions of an adult and the teachers so we could get all the materials out to the students quickly. You might have felt a little terrified. That means really scared. We weren't in danger, but it was definitely something that we had to do quickly and we had to do fast, and it might have made you feel a little uneasy. Luckily, everyone listened to directions on that last day in Link and at Seuss Creek, and we were all able to get everything out to all the students that we needed to get to you in your backpacks. We also got a chance to say goodbye for now. Luckily, huge problems don't happen very often, but just make sure you always tell an adult if you have a huge problem. So in the activity that I sent you guys, the SOS sorting activity, which is the one that we're working out today on the paper I just showed you, is a problem mat. This could be easily recreated at home if you don't have a printer. This is page 4. So what you could do is then write a description of the problem and brainstorm appropriate reactions together. If you do have a printer, or if you want to write out the page 5 description of problem scenarios that they give you and reactions, you can match the reactions to the descriptions that they give you. So we're going to do page 7 together in the activity document that I sent you guys. I'm going to read the problems that are on the left right here, and you're going to pause the video and think of reactions together. Then press play on the video to see if your reaction matches my reaction to the problem. All right, here we go. Problem number 1. Your pencil pouch is not on your desk. All right, what did you come up for a reaction? I came up with, I would raise my hand and ask my teacher if she has seen my pencil pouch. I would also ask my neighbors that are around me if they've seen it. If we can't find it, I can always look for it later and borrow a pencil. Okay, problem number 2. You didn't get invited to a birthday party. What's your reaction? Does your reaction match mine? I might be sad and I might be frustrated, but I'm going to say maybe next time. Problem number 2 is a level 2 small problem. Are you seeing a pattern? Problem number 3, your mom told you that you can't go to the amusement park. This is kind of fitting for right now because we can't go out to many parks right now at all. So, what is your reaction to this problem? All right, let's see if your reaction matches mine. I would be frustrated. I am frustrated that we can't go out to places like parks. But I also know that my parents are doing what's best for me right now. So I'm going to say, all right, maybe next time. That is a level 3 medium problem. All right, number 4, your friend cheated during an exam. What would you do? What's your reaction? All right, thinking back to this sheet that we did at the very beginning of this video, I'm going to say I'm going to tell an adult quickly. If I know somebody's cheating, I'm going to go tell an adult quickly, and I'm going to let the adult handle it. All right, last but not least, problem number 5. You aren't allowed to play video games all weekend. Now, while this might not be a huge problem and we won't be in danger, it can feel like a huge problem. But we need to think about this for a second. There's probably a reason why we can't play video games all weekend. What would your reaction be to match the problem? All right, the problem was we're not allowed to play video games all weekend. This feels like a huge problem, but it might not be something that really is a big problem. I would listen to the directions and do what I'm told. I might still be mad and I might be sad, but I'm going to follow directions. All right, we're done. You finished this whole page of this worksheet. Great job. Now that we did one together, why don't you guys try one on your own? In the activity document I sent, page 8 has a blank sheet for you guys, or you could just write it on paper. Make sure you write what size of the problem it is, what the problem is, and leave a blank space for the reaction. See if you can come up with 5 on your own. Parents, the rest of this document has some great problem-solving games. It starts on page 11 with the directions. You can make these at home or print them. Nope, don't worry, kids. If you guys can't access this game at home, I will definitely be doing this when we get back to class. It'll be fun. That is our lesson on size of the problem. I want you to work on this specifically, learning about the names, reviewing tiny through huge, matching them to the size number, and matching them to the reactions. Remember, if you don't have access to a printer, you can pause this screen and make your own on any sheet of paper. Hi guys, okay, so that's our video for today. Join me back here tomorrow for a fun video that I'm gonna send you guys. And then Thursday we'll continue our Size of the Problem work. See you then.